This is Dragons Live.
Minnesota State University Moorhead, WDAY's Extra, and Dragon Athletics are proud to present Minnesota State University Moorhead Dragons basketball. It's game number 1 of our doubleheader. The Dragon women will take on the University of Sioux Falls. It's the third to last game of the season here at Nemzik, so the games just get just a little more important. Good Saturday afternoon to you. My name is Steve DeStacio. It's my privilege to be with you as always. It's also my pleasure and privilege to be with my friend Jared Bledsoe. We saw a great one last night. The Dragon women gutted one out against Southwest Minnesota State.
Yeah, fun, gritty game for the girls. The women. Let's see if they have more left in the tank tonight.
Yeah, and it's going to take a lot in the tank. The ante gets raised a little bit tonight. A very good University of Sioux Falls team. This team's been a nemesis to the Dragons, knocking them out of the playoffs last year.
That's true. Prior to this weekend, came in on a 5-game winning streak. Obviously lost last night to Northern. You know they want to get back to the winning ways.
Yeah, the Dragons on a 10-game winning streak coming into tonight, and this just winning streak just continues. We're going to get into that a little bit later in our graphics, but the school record 16 wins, but that's not the first thing on Carla Nelson's mind right now. Just keep on winning.
Yes, absolutely. Continue to find ways to win games at this time of the year.
All right, let's take a look at our player comparison here tonight. We've got the spark, Jackie Volkert and Kaylee Hummel for the University of Sioux Falls. The first number that jumps out at me, Jared, is these women play a lot of minutes.
And they have to. In order for these teams to be successful, these players have to get off to great starts and just continue to be good leaders.
Yeah, they're both shooting, are averaging almost 14 points per game for Jackie Volkert, almost 17 a game for Kaylee Hummel. She's 4th in the NSIC. They can both shoot it from the free throw line as well. Jackie Volkert, number 1 in the NSIC in assists. She averages nearly 6 per game. It's not even close.
Yes, one of the best in the nation at assist-to-turnover ratio, does a phenomenal job getting her teammates involved, and as you always revert to, her being the spark. If they need a three-pointer, if they need a mid-range shot, she just finds a way to put the ball in the basket.
She was the spark last night. The star, one of the stars on this team is Drew Sanis. Our player to watch, let's go over to Alexis Kennedy, who's going to tell us more.
Today's player to watch is senior forward Drew Sanis. She helped lead the Dragons to a victory over SMSU last night with 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 blocks. She also just needs 2 more blocks to be the all-time blocker at MSUM. Guys?
All right. We always talk about what Drew Sanis does defensively. We know she's probably the best shot blocker in MSU Moorhead history. Alexis just documented she's 1 away from tying that mark and 2 away from breaking it. So she certainly at some point will break it, probably tonight.
Probably tonight. I agree, Steve. She did a great job last night altering shots and blocking shots. And that's a stat that we'll never know how many shots she's actually altered. She does a tremendous job anchoring the defense for the Dragons.
Mike Bukowski, Danny Weigel, and Ivan Hurst are our 3 officials. The Dragons, who are in their reds, win the jump, and we are underway. The University of Sioux Falls is in their whites.
Sioux Falls comes out, matched up, man-to-man, right away, force a turnover.
Mariah Szymanski out of Pulaski, Wisconsin, didn't really do anything special. Jackie Volkert just forgot about the 5-second rule. So an early turnover, and the University of Sioux Falls has it. They like to shoot the 3. Kaylee Hummel misses, and Thorson clears for the Dragons.
Dragons have a nice size advantage inside here. Let's see if they're able to be patient and get inside to Sanis here early.
Yeah, she's being guarded by 5'9" J.C. Hinker. Thorson looking for Hintz. She's being fronted by Maura Duffy. This is Volkert. And Hintz from 3. In and out as Volkert goes down. Here comes Augusta Thramer out of South Sioux City, Iowa. Hummel comes to a halt.
Dragons matched up as well, man-to-man. Sioux Falls looking to get it inside.
Duffy hits nothing but air. Sanis. Here comes Fetch. Starting like last night. Not a lot of nothing. The Dragons held Southwest scoreless for the first, 5 minutes and 15 seconds. Sanis from downtown.
Nice looking tray there by Drew Santis. Again, showing her versatility right away, knocking down the three.
3-0, the Dragons with the early lead as they strike first. Duffy, nowhere to go. Szymanski. This is J.C. Hinker throwing up a wild shot, and there you're talking about Drew Santis. She didn't block it, but she probably altered it.
Yeah, she did. Obviously drawing nothing but backboard on that layup attempt. Drew does a great job altering shots. Again, obvious size advantage inside.
There's Santis. Will she use it? No. Hintz dared to shoot a three. 7 on the play clock. Fetch, bumped. Santis inside to Hintz.
Oh, nice patience there by Hintz. Finishing on the other side of the basket.
5-0. Good start for the Dragons. Carla Nelson, 4-3 against the University of Sioux Falls. This is the latest team to come into the league, and there's a travel on the left baseline by Kaylee Hummel. In Sioux Falls last year, the Dragons fell 66-61, and then in the quarterfinals at the Pentagon, the Dragons were 0 for 11 from three-point range and lost 54-45. 2 weeks later, the Dragons would then lose to Central Missouri in the NCAA playoffs. So the Dragons lost 2 playoff games last year, the first one to this team to knock them out of the NSIC tournament, and then they got knocked out of the NCAA tournament. Thorson tapped it, lost it, and it's going to be USF ball, and I think they're going to have a conference. Cassidy Thorson is convinced it's Dragon ball, and maybe she should be a lawyer because she just won her argument.
She did. And you appreciate the officials getting that call corrected.
Fetch across midcourt. We've gone 3 minutes and 15 seconds, and the University of Sioux Falls is scoreless. This is Volkert. She drew contact, and then Hintz tapped that ball out of bounds. Big prizes are here at MSUM. Come to Dragon Basketball. Play the Valley Imports Video Lottery. You sign up at the door, you win the game, you pick your prize on the lottery board, and win great prizes. It's that easy. Win big with the Valley Imports Video Lottery. Thramer in the lane, around it out. Lauren Fetch wanted the rebound more than Hintz. Here come the Dragons. Hintz open from downtown.
Oh, great decision there by Fetch. Penetrate pitch, Hintz knocking down the trail three-pointer.
How about an 8-0 start for the Dragons? Duffy on the baseline, spinning on Hintz. Off the glass and out. So we'll go 4 minutes without a Cougar bucket. Santis. Probably not a good decision, but got lucky. Here comes Shannon Gallagher in for the Dragons, a pair of 32s. Gallagher for the Dragons, Lauren Sanders, a 5'7" freshman out of Nebraska. 8-0, the Dragons lead it here in the first quarter. Volkert cut through a double team, couldn't score. Gallagher comes out with it and gets sandwiched by a pair of Cougars. Get everything Dragons in the palm of your hand with the Dragons mobile app, available for all of your media devices. Get news, schedules, live coverage, tickets, social media, and more. Visit msumdragons.com/mobile app today. The next time the Dragons play will be in the month of February, which means we're getting down to the end of the line. Hummel, bounce pass, Hinker.
Hinker knocking down the wide open shot there, getting the Cougars on the scoreboard.
Hinker averages 6.7 points per game. 8-2, the Dragons are up. This is Thorson. Santis. Yes, and the foul.
I know you heard it, Steve, and I did. She screamed for that ball. Hey, get it inside. Got a height advantage. Got great position. Nice looking shot there by Santis.
She got help, Jared. She got pushed to the ball, and then her shot is so quick. She turned around while she was getting fouled. and that's why she's got the N1 opportunity.
Right. And knowing that she has that size advantage, look for the Dragons to continue to get it inside. Shoot a pretty good, excellent percentage.
11-2. The Dragon lead is 9. They had a big lead last night. Held on for dear life. The Dragon men had a big lead last night. Held on for dear life. Szymanski scores for the Cougars. 11-4. Dragons are on top here at the 4:45 mark of the first quarter. Courtney Selensky came in during the last whistle. She has the ball. This is Cass Thorson, open for 3. Now, Thorson hit her first three-pointer last night, missed 10 in a row, and then probably got the biggest basket of the game late.
Yeah, she knocked down a big-time three-pointer to kind of seal the deal for the Dragons last night.
Szymanski driving in the lane.
Double dribble there.
Turns the ball over, and we hit the game's first media timeout with 4:17 left. Here in the first quarter, it's the Dragons 11, Sioux Falls 4.
Mr. Goldman loved his family a lot, didn't he, Dad?
He sure did.
That's why he had State Farm life insurance, like you. So his family never has to worry, right?
Mr. Goldman didn't have life insurance.
Why not?
He's just a goldfish.
Ignore him.
Call State Farm agent David Eggers in Moorhead today so your family won't have to worry about whether you have life insurance.
We put the life back in life insurance.
Get fired up for the new Shop MSUMDragons.com, the official online store of Dragon Athletics, featuring top brands like Under Armour, Adidas, Columbia, and more. Get gear in women's, youth, toddler, and infant sizes, perfect for all of our Dragon fans. Support your favorite Dragon team with Select a Logo. Anything custom ships in 72 hours. And take your tailgating to the next level with items like bleacher chairs, tailgate tents, and lawn chairs. Get the gear and support your team with profits going directly to Dragon Athletics from Shop MSUMDragons.com.
Tonight's games are sponsored by State Farm agent David Eggers. If you're looking for a good neighbor agency in our community, the Eggers Agency on 8th Street in Moorhead has served Fargo, Moorhead, and the surrounding area for over 20 years. So call him today at 218. Don't call him today. He's right there enjoying the game. Call him on Monday at 218-233-1334. Volker turns the ball over. Hinker on the move. This is Augusta Thramer giving it up. Lawrence Sanders, it dribbles off the rim, and Hintz is right there for the rebound. Her second board. And Volker saw an opening and not quick enough.
Yeah, extra steps there as we saw the Cougars switch up defenses. They went to a 2-3 zone, and I think the Dragons were able to adjust. I think Volker wanted to beat the zone from setting up and attack, but not able to do so.
So we agreed last night that we saw the 2-3 zone. Wayne State is the one that runs it the most out of anybody. But we've seen other teams, including Southwest Minnesota State, execute it pretty well last night. So it's not just ball movement, it's quickness as well.
Right. As the obviously with the 2-3 zone, you want to continue to contain penetration and contest shooters. And unfortunately last night, when the team last night went 2-3 zone, it gave the Dragons a couple hiccups. So see, and I'm sure that's what the Cougars are trying to do tonight.
Smitsdorf hit for the Cougars. Here comes Augusta Thramer for the University of Sioux Falls. Sanders, 3 minutes to play, first quarter, 11-6. The Dragons sprinted out to an 8-0 lead, bumped it up to 11-2, and have been silenced. This is Hinker. Szymanski, no. Selensky on the baseline grabs the rebound. Here's Volkert. Over to Hintz for another 3.
Nice job, and I think that's what Jackie was trying to accomplish last play down. Attack the defense and make it collapse and then kick it out to your shooter.
The 2 bigs for the Dragons, Hintz and Sanis, have all 3 of the Dragons' threes. The Dragons are 3 of 5 so far. Szymanski, pulled at by Thorson. They high post to Smitsdorf. It's a tough shot. I think Megan Hintz might have altered that.
I agree. Nice footwork there, but better defense there by Hintz.
Volkert. Selensky from downtown.
Nice rebound there by Hintz. Not able to come away. Look at Selensky getting involved.
I think Selensky's hustling the most right now, and I'm sure Carla Nelson's thankful for that. There she is, just popping in through the lane, and she'll get rewarded at the free throw line after the Cougar foul.
We talked about this last night on the men's side. The energy and effort had to be consistent. And I think it's safe to say the women need to do that as well. As we saw Selensky crash the offensive glass. And with her athleticism, coming off the bench definitely helped the Dragons tonight.
Hinker got the foul. Selensky got both ends of the two shots. And the Dragon lead is up to 10. 16-6, 1:45 remaining here in the first quarter as Lauren Fetch introduces herself to Thramer and gets whistled for the foul. There's Travis Traphagen, one of the really, really good guys. That's one of my favorites in this league. 191 and 96 in his 10th year at the University of Sioux Falls. You want to talk about a seamless transition into the Northern Sun. You just don't walk into the Northern Sun and have this kind of success. Travis Traphagen has had it. Thramer. Hummel, and I think Selensky got that ball. Here come the Dragons. Fetch falls down. Augusta Thramer pushed her down.
Selensky showing her athleticism, as you mentioned on that last play, blocking the shot without getting called for foul. Again, tremendous height advantage for the Dragons here. Let's see if they're able to be patient and get it inside.
They got it to Sanis. That's where you want it, and that's why. 8 for Sanis here in the first quarter.
Great move there by Sanis.
That's a bomb thrown up by Kaylee Hummel at the 1-minute mark. Here comes Fetch, looking for more. Selensky goes cross court to Kylie Barabich, who's in. Kylie wanted to go to the rim, and she got fouled by Kaylee Hummel. That's just a 14th foul whistled against the University of Sioux Falls as Hummel got her feet tangled up with Barabich.
This is a physical Cougars team. As we see, quite a few players have hit the floor so far this first quarter.
Barabich somehow got the ball, and Lauren Fetch is going to set things up.
Double high screen here for Fetch.
Barabich tried to go cross court. Szymanski went up and tipped it out of bounds. 15 for the Dragons to shoot. 30 left in the first quarter. Barabich dribbling around in a circle. Throws it away again. This is Szymanski. And she gets thrown down. And a whistle and a foul. Oh, okay. Good job by Selensky. From our angle, it looked, I don't want to suggest dirty, or hard at all. Selensky was going for the ball.
She was. I think she lost her foot in there and just kind of got under her, but he didn't give up a layup. So you like the fact the energy and effort hustling back on both ends.
Yeah, and Szymanski missed her first free throw. A 69% free throw shooter is Szymanski. The Cougars 11th in the NSIC at 70% from the line. Szymanski hits 1 of 2, and now the Dragons can play for the final shot here in this first quarter. They shut down Southwest yesterday in the first quarter. They're shutting down an outstanding Cougar squad. This is Selensky, wide open from 3. Baravich, the offensive rebound. And she'll score, and that's the way the first quarter ends, with the Dragons out to their largest lead. They lead it 20-7.
Heading to Fargo-Moorhead to get away and have a little fun? Book your room at the highly rated Microtel Inn & Suites. It's conveniently located just off 8th Street and I-94. Clean rooms and all the amenities you need to relax and recharge after a fun day out. Plus, when you wake up, you can enjoy a free hot breakfast. What are you waiting for? Book your room today at the Microtel Inn & Suites in Moorhead. Call 218-284-4022 or visit microtelmoorhead.com.
20-7, the Dragon women off to a good start, Jared. They got off to a good start last night as well against Southwest Minnesota State. But the Mustangs, as we'll demonstrate, did not go away. That was our assist of the game, Jackie Volkert inside to Megan Hintz. And then Southwest Minnesota State, they fell behind by 19, but there was no give up. That's Drew Sanis. She had 20 points last night.
I agree, there was no give up from the Mustangs. As you saw there, another 3-pointer. And the Dragons have to be mindful of that tonight. Keep the energy, keep the effort, don't let their foot up off the throttle.
Yeah, Cass Thorson right there. That was her second of those 2 threes that we talked about last night. You can see the Dragon numbers were not that terrific, but ultimately they were too much for Southwest Minnesota State.
Exactly. They got the win, won the rebounding war, and did a solid job taking care of the ball, only 9 turnovers. So see if they can duplicate a win tonight.
We mentioned before the Dragons won their 10th in a row last night. So they're trying to keep this train rolling as February begins next week. Hintz, like Sanis, on fire. Those two have combined for 18. It's 22-7. The Dragons are on top.
Hintz has been so dependable and efficient this season.
Hummel from 3.
Nice looking shot there by Hummel out of the corner.
This is Selensky. Inside to Sanis. She'll turn around. Somehow gets the ball right back. Maura Duffy defending. And now Fetch looks up. 10 on the play clock. Baravich spins in a circle and shoots an NBA 3. Here comes the University of Sioux Falls, Szymanski. Hummel had an open 3. Szymanski takes it and goes off the glass. 6 for Szymanski. I'm not convinced that was the target, or at least the initial one, not the glass. 22-13, a 6-0 USF run. Hintz and Fetch.
Dragons looking to execute the screen and roll. Should be able to get the spacing down as Fetch
forces.
Look at Hintz getting there and scrap. Nice job by Megan Hintz.
12 for the Rochester, Minnesota native. 24-13 as we tiptoe over the 8-minute mark. Hummel, no. Hintz, another strong rebound in the lane. Here comes Lauren Fetch. Baravich.
Love the patience by the Dragons as the Cougars are switching these screens inside out. Good looking shot there by Baravich, but love the movement by the Dragons.
Hummel's 3 won't go. Baravich the rebound. Whistle and a timeout. We'll take a quick break. 7:29 remaining first quarter. Dragons up 24-13.
This is Dragons Live.
With everything that happens in a day, it's nice to have options. That's why we're making it easier for you to get news that fits your schedule.
WDAY WDAZ News, first on at 4. working hard to bring you more breaking news throughout the region and weather that will impact your area, all at a time that works for you. The first in the region, your trusted team, keeping you informed when you need to know most.
WDAY WDAZ News, first on at 4.
Prosperity is today's investment in tomorrow's promise. The promise of a better way of life. With every act of kindness, every act of creation, and with every act of love, we strengthen our community. And when we stand together as a community, we accomplish the impossible. We can choose to pass through life, or we can choose to pass on a better way of life.
The offensive strategy that the Dragons are using are the high and low screens. They're being patient with the cross screens as well as trying to pull the post in and get the high shootout. Steve, Jared?
It's exactly what you were just talking about. That high-low screen, trying to do something to penetrate that 2-3 zone.
Yeah, they've been doing a solid job. And man, the patience this evening has been really, really fun to watch as the Dragons are getting high-quality looks at the basket so far. It's paid dividends. So if they're able to be patient again. It's Gallagher posting inside, and we got Green, who did a solid job last night as well.
Yeah, Maddie Green, the 6'2 sophomore out of Lake City, Minnesota. Thorson back in, along with Gallagher, dumping the ball to Green. No, I think Maddie had good intentions. I don't think she knew she was 6 or 7 feet away. That's Kaylee Hummel for 3. The leading scorer and fourth leading scorer in the NSIC. Second to Cass Thorson with 3-pointers made. Baravich open momentarily, now driving all the way in with the left hand. That was sweet.
Nice move there by Baravich. 2 dribbles finishing, as you mentioned, with the left hand. We know she can shoot it, but wow, she can do that off the dribble as a freshman. The future looks bright.
Is that the first offensive rebound for USF? It might be. Thramer has it. It's her second. Hinker. No. A whistle and a foul on the floor, and they got Gallagher. Sanis and Hintz back in. Baravich and Gallagher will sit down. 6 minutes, 2 seconds remaining here in the first half. Dragons up 26-16. They have not trailed. In fact, they haven't trailed this weekend. Hummel all the way in. Lauren Sanders will bury a 3 in front of the Dragon bench.
Wow, Hummel, great job penetrating, pitching.
The Dragon 15-point lead is now down to 7. Thorson, far side. Dumping it to Sanis. Yes. There are things I'm going to miss when we start broadcasting, God willing, next year. That's one of the things I'm always going to miss.
Yeah,
that sweet baseline jumper.
I was going to say, sweet, smooth-looking shot there by Sanis.
She gets a gift rebound here. Here comes Fetch. Down the far sideline, looking for Hintz. Bruising inside. Hintz loses the ball out of bounds.
And credit Fitch for rewarding her post players running the floor. Hintz wanted that ball banging inside. Fitch rewarded her by getting it to her.
Yeah, I think there was an opening, a proper opening. So it was a good decision by Fetch, just good defense that time by the Cougars. 5 minutes, 4 seconds remaining, 28-19. This is Volkert, and much to her chagrin, she travels. Get the hottest Dragon gear to show everyone your Dragon pride at the MSUM bookstore. Click on the Buy Dragon Gear button on the Dragons mobile app or go to bookstore.mnstate.edu. Szymanski, Sanders, nothing. Hintz might have altered that. Here comes Jackie Volkert.
Look at
the hezzy.
Great decision there by Jackie Volkert. Just changing speeds, as you mentioned. Nice little hezzy finishing with the left hand in transition.
Coming to a stop is Szymanski. Thorson comes out and whacks at Kaylee Hummel. Schmitzdorf cannot find the mark from 12 feet away. I'd like to think, Jared, at least for the first almost 16 minutes of this ball game,
look at Hintz muscle inside,
that the Dragons have come to play tonight. No let up after last night's victory.
I totally agree. Absolutely. No let up thus far.
14 for Hintz. The Dragon lead is back up to 13.
The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be kindled. There's a place where teaching and learning are transforming lives, where relationships drive deeper, more meaningful exploration and discovery based on mutual respect and trust, where you'll discover who you are and what you can achieve when you head out into the world to make it better. Life is more than a journey. It is a chance to transform.
There it is, Jared. You're up to the minute NSIC standings. I would not be surprised if these two teams met late in Sioux Falls in the NSIC tournament once again. These are two good ball teams.
Yes, two very good teams. Looking forward to how it all plays out.
Not convinced the University of Sioux Falls is going to catch the other Sioux Falls resident, Augustana. That's a 3-pointer and a half thrown up by Mariah Szymanski. The Dragons still in that battle. A game in front of Northern State, a game behind Augustana for overall supremacy. How about that move by Hintz?
Oh, amazing versatility there by Hintz. A single-hand scoop finish.
I like that. That almost sounds like a single scoop of ice cream. 34-19. Hummel. Hanker. Nicely moved. J.C. Hanker has 4. Hanker 5th on the squad. 6.7 points per game. Hanker's second in the NSIC at 10.25 rebounds per game. Nothing so far. Fetch from downtown. Can't score. And Andy Mataloni lets that ball go out of bounds. And it'll be the University of Sioux Falls ball. There's a good look at Dragon bench boss Carla Nelson on the left. And I don't know what she's upset about now. She's going to her bench, sends in Selensky, and sits Fetch.
Well, for the Cougars, if you got Hinker and she draws Sanis away from the basket in open space, I look for her to continue to penetrate off the dribble. Could possibly play in the favor for the Cougars.
How about this defense by Volgert on Szymanski? Wouldn't let her drive. Hummel, no. Hintz, her 8th rebound to complement her 16 points. Here's Hintz. Thought she was going to fire. She's got it on the elbow. Volkert utilizes the screen from Megan Hintz. She's doing everything. Sanis inside to Hintz. Foul.
Great position there by Hintz, just muscling. And a solid job there by Sanis, rewarding her teammate. Just buried super deep inside. Drawing the foul.
Yeah, it's Maura Duffy again. It's just the first team foul whistled against the University of Sioux Falls here in this second quarter. Hintz's first free throw is no good. Megan's an 83% free throw shooter this season. She averages just under 11 points per game. She has 16 so far tonight. We still have 156 left in the first half. Make it 17.
She is on a mission tonight.
Her reward is a trip to the bench. If you want a front row seat to everything Dragon Athletics, visit MSUMDragons.com for recaps, highlights, schedules, and more. That's MSUMDragons.com, the official home of Dragon Athletics. Along with Alexis Kennedy and Jared Bledsoe, Steve DeStacio with you from Alex Nemzik Hall in Moorhead, watching some intra-league battle, NSIC style, between the Dragons and the University of Sioux Falls. The Cougars came into tonight 13-6. The Dragons 16-3. Andy Mataloni couldn't get a 3. And now a 5-second call goes against Sioux Falls. It's their 4th turnover, and the Dragons will get the ball back.
Wow, superb defense there on the baseline by the Dragons.
This is Thorson. Sanis open. That sweet shot not only comes from the baseline, it'll come from anywhere. Free throw line, behind the arc. Play horse with Sanis, you're probably going to lose. Hinker inside. A nice jump shot.
Yeah, nice looking shot there by Hinker. And we just talked about or mentioned that if she can create off the dribble, could be a thorn in the side for the post. Nice cut there by Sanis.
Volkert wanted it from 3. Off the heel of the rim. Rebound yanked down by Smitsdorf. And Augusta Thramer drew some contact and a foul. That's Jackie Volkert picking up the foul. Fetch in for Selensky. Volkert will sit down. And Maddie Green is back in for the Dragons here with 46 seconds left to go in the first half. Smitsdorf rejected by Sanis.
Great defense there by Sanis.
This is Fetch. Thorson so far hasn't scored. The Dragons really haven't needed her. Fetch, how about that drive? Oh, and the tip by Sanis.
Hand tip by Sanis, wow.
Thramer wouldn't go, and that's going to do it for half number 1. The Dragons, just like last night, will take a substantial lead into the halftime locker room. 39-23. With Carla Nelson is our Alexis Kennedy.
Offensively, from your post, you're seeing a lot of production this first half. What's your strategy with them?
Well, I feel like USF's 5 isn't going to be able to get out and defend us, so we need to make sure we're still looking for our 5. And then, you know what, just our guards need to be aggressive.
All right, thank you. See you in the second half. Steve, Jared.
All right, Alexis, thank you very much. Carla Nelson seemed happy as she'll go into the locker room with her Dragons. We invite you to stay tuned for an MSU Moorhead halftime news break. It's on the other side of this timeout. You're watching live coverage of Dragons basketball on WDAY's Extra.
Today's game is sponsored by Sodexo, Valley Imports, Richards Transportation, Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union, Bell Banks, Brick House, Buffalo Wild Wings, Herbert and Gerbert's, Bite Speed, Courtyard by Marriott, Forum Communications. Hello everyone and welcome to the MSUM Halftime News Break. I'm your host, John Webby Webking. The Dragon Cobber Swimming and Diving Invite was the opening ceremony event for the brand new Hobart Aquatic Center in West Fargo, the eventual site of this year's NSIC Championships. Our Dragons Live team was there for a more in-depth look. Check it out. West Fargo has a new place to make a splash. The Hobart Aquatic Center features the pool from the U.S. Olympic Trials, and the grand opening featured the Dragon Cobber Invite in what everyone is boasting as the fastest pool in the region.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, this is the Olympic Trials pool, and it's right here in our community now, and we're getting to swim in it. And right away when the girls got into it, and even when they were just practicing here, first thing they said was, I feel fast here. you can feel it. You can tell that you move through the water fast here. It's great.
We got a lot of really cool features in this facility. One is the water clarity. We have the Neptune Benson Defender filtration system, which can filter down to 1 micron. So the water is crystal clear, probably better than the water you're getting out of the tap at home. We also have close to 1,100 in seating, which is unheard of in a facility for a high school. We got 6 diving boards, two 3-meter boards, and 4 1-meter boards. We've got what's considered fast water because all the lanes are in deep water. They're also 7.5 feet wide. And we also have an external gutter system that eats the waves, so you're not having to fight that backlash from the waves while you're swimming. So it's a really high-tech facility with really actually built for fast water. So I keep hearing how fast everybody's swimming. They've actually had me measure the lanes a couple times to make sure that they are 75 feet across or 25 yards. Everything's in alignment, so it's really exciting to hear people say, hey, we think your course is short because everybody's swimming so fast. Pull out the tape or the laser and say, help, this is what it's reading. And everybody is like, wow, this is really fast water. We want to come back and swim here again.
Fast water comes with a hefty price tag, but the cost will be well worth it in the minds of the investors, the community, and the Hulbert family.
Our daughter Heidi was one of the best of all of us. She was a diver. She was excelled in high school here as a diver. She went on to Division I diving at Iowa State University. She was diabetic, and eventually that cost her life, and as a young mother. And so at that point we started planning to just do something in memory of her, to honor her, and that's how it ended up like this.
Heidi Hulbert, I was actually, she coached with me. She was a diving coach with me when I coached high school, and for 2 years. And so, you know, this facility was part of her legacy, and so it's really special for me to be a part of that too, and to see that. And you know, she was a great diving coach and a great person, and someone that meant a lot to me. So to be here, you know, years later, and to see her legacy is carrying forward to the divers of tomorrow, that's really, really special.
I want to thank the community for sharing this vision. We raised over $3 million privately in basically 90 days. Everybody came together. A huge, huge thank you to the West Fargo schools and the city of West Fargo for voting it in with their bond referendum. $18.5 million went to the pool. By the time we're done, by the time you do all the math, it's a $25 million aquatic facility. Again, a top 5 facility, in my opinion, in the United States. And just is going to be a gem for the next 50 years.
Fast water, incredible environment, and new history being made already as Dragon swimmer Erin Sullivan became the all-time points leader in MSUM history during the opening event. But the honor she received was one she will never forget.
It's a very cool honor. I never would have thought that this would happen. Coming in freshman year, I didn't really have, this would never have been in my mind, not really expecting it. So it's really cool honor to be honored by President Blackhurst and an Olympian, so that was awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to be able to have that at this facility, you know, at this meet, and to have President Blackhurst here, and also Olympic swimmer Dana Vollmer to be a part of that ceremony too. That's just like, wow, it's definitely something that Erin is going to remember for the rest of her life.
If you build it, they will swim. And the Dragons aim to take full advantage this year of the new water in West Fargo. They will host the Dragon Invite as well as their first Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference Championships meet this January.
I still can't believe it. I've been coaching here for 21 years. We've been a part of, I think, 7 different season-ending championship meets, and now to finally have it here for the first time ever, I don't know that I ever would have thought that it would happen or that it would come true. So I'm really, really excited for our opportunity to have it at home, have it in this facility, and it's going to be our home pool. We'll have that advantage because it'll be the 3rd meet that we've had here. We'll be practicing here regularly, and it's just really a special opportunity for our team and our program.
It's very exciting to have it super close. We won't have to drive. We've drove as much as 22 hours or 6 hours, but it's going to be really nice being able to sleep in our own beds and wake up a little later for the drive and not have like bus legs and stuff like that. And we won't miss as much school, so that's another plus. So it'll be really exciting to have conference and stuff here.
This amazing facility will highlight the Dragons season this year, hoping the home advantage in fast water will translate to national success for MSUM. Once again, the Dragon Invite is January 12th and 13th, and the NSIC Swimming and Diving Championships will be February 14th through the 17th. That's it for today's MSUM Halftime News Break. Back to more live coverage of Dragons basketball right after this. Today's game is sponsored by Valley Pre-Owned, Sanford Health, Gate City Bank, Matt Bus, Midco, Travel Incorporated, Spicy Pie, State Farm, Golf Addiction, Shucks Bus, Shields.
Dragon Swim School is proud to offer year-round swimming and diving lessons with the lowest student-to-instructor ratio around. Lessons are available for all levels, including parent-child sessions and preschool. Help your child learn to love the water in a safe and caring environment with us at Dragon Swim School. Visit msumdragons.com/swim for more information. That's msumdragons.com/swim.
Today's game is sponsored by Rustica, Papa John's, the MSUM Bookstore, Moorhead Public Service, Microtel, Travelodge and Suites, Kia of Fargo, Pepsi, Subway, and Minnesota State University Moorhead.
Get everything Dragons in the palm of your hand with the MSUM Dragons mobile app. Available now for all your mobile devices. Get the MSUM Dragons mobile app today or check out msumdragons.com/mobile app for more information.
This broadcast is copyright Minnesota State University Moorhead and presented by Dragon Athletics. All rights reserved.
Welcome back to Alex Nemza Call and Moorhead. Steve DeStatio, Jared Bledsoe. The Dragons lead it by the score of 39-23. Let's get to some first half highlights here on this Saturday afternoon. Oh, look at Megan Hint split the double team, going to the left side and scoring 2 of her 17 points in the first half. JC Henker scoring for the University of Sioux Falls. She came in tonight averaging 7. Oh, Drew Santa. She can do it in so many different ways. The University of Sioux Falls, they like to do it from downtown. That's Kaylee Hummel. And then for the Dragons, Kylie Baravich going around the entire Sioux Falls student body, grabbing 2 points. Then Lauren Fetch. Oh, the tip-in from Drew Santis. That was pretty. That even got a wow from Jared Bledsoe.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal move there. As we look at the stats here, Dragons shooting a scorching hot 50% from the field, doing a solid job from the free throw line, taking care of the basketball, only single-digit turnovers. As we see, though, they're dominating the rebound category.
The Dragons have hit on 16 of 32 shots. The University of Sioux Falls, you can see, just 9 of 31. If you're Travis Traphagen, are you satisfied with the quality of shots you're taking?
They're getting quality shots. They're just not falling. As we talked about last night, look for this team to make a run. It could be some punches thrown by the Cougars.
And like Alexis and Carla Nelson reported at halftime, the Dragons are going to keep going to those bigs. 39-23, the Dragons lead it here. We'll take a look around the NSIC on the scoreboard after this. You're watching live coverage of MSU Moorhead Dragons basketball on WDAY's Extra.
This is Dragons Live.
Another day. And just like every day, it never seems to slow down. But you have a plan. Grab a cup, grab the paper, and grab a little time. Just for you. It's worth it. Don't get the paper? Just grab the phone. Call now and save up to 60% off the newsstand price. Journalists, bringing the story home every day.
Mr. Goldman loved his family a lot, didn't he, Dad?
He sure did.
That's why he had State Farm life insurance, like you. So his family never has to worry, right?
Mr. Goldman didn't have life insurance.
Why not?
He was just a goldfish.
Ignore him.
Call State Farm agent David Eggers in Moorhead today so your family won't have to worry about whether you have life insurance.
We put the life back in life insurance.
You always do this. You had a couple of pops in you and got cocky. Who's up for a game of wing roulette, you said? Because you thought it'd be funny to watch one of your friends get stuck with the hot one. But your friends, they got teriyaki, then spicy garlic, and then Asian zing. And now you're looking at the last one and you're thinking, my God, what have I done?
It's a new stay at the Courtyard by Marriott, located just minutes from downtown Fargo, local colleges, shopping centers, and several restaurants. The Courtyard features a 24-hour fitness center, 24-hour on-site Starbucks, and our bistro restaurant and lounge open for breakfast and dinner daily. Relax in one of our 2 indoor swimming pools and hot tub. The comfort your family needs close to all the action at the Courtyard by Marriott. Visit our website or call 218-284-1000. That's 218-284-1000.
Dragon Swim School is proud to offer year-round swimming and diving lessons with the lowest student-to-instructor ratio around. Lessons are available for all levels, including parent-child sessions and preschool. Help your child learn to love the water in a safe and caring environment with us at Dragon Swim School. Visit msumdragons.com/swim for more information. That's msumdragons.com/swim.
Take a look at the out-of-town scores presented by the Shuck Bus Service. Minot leads Upper Iowa. Have fun on that bus ride home fighting Peacocks. We'll see you next week. 41-29, Minot State on top. Winona State and Mary locked up in a good one in Bismarck. How about Southwest Minnesota State? They gave the Dragons issues last night. They're giving Northern State trouble tonight down in Aberdeen. Minnesota State, Mankato, Concordia, St. Paul, Augustana, and Wayne State all have leads at the half. Your out-of-town scores presented by the Shuck Bus Company. And I'll hit the road next weekend. 2 weekends in a row, the Dragons are on the road beginning next Friday night from the McCown Gymnasium in Winona, an audio-only webcast, 6 o'clock women, 8 o'clock men, and it's on MSUMDragons.com. And this look ahead at the upcoming schedules presented by the Travel Lodge and Suites. Call 218-233-5333 for reservations. Steve DeStacio, Jared Bledsoe. How many bullets do you have in your barrel tonight?
We got 2 bullets. We got to keep the intensity, obviously keep that defense energy and effort, and then post touches. The posts have been really efficient tonight, dominating the boards. Henson and Sanis want to keep that going as well.
It's almost a no-brainer, and Carla Nelson touched on it with her interview with Carla Nelson. I mean, when you've got this size disparity, you've got to take advantage of that.
I agree. It's definitely a size advantage. The Dragons did a great job the first half being patient and getting them involved.
There's Hinker starting things off in the second half for Mika Threamer, her first 2 points for the University of Sioux Falls. The Dragon lead is 14, and tonight we're talking about bullets in the barrel. Jared, with your Bledsoe bullets, hints too strong. Just like last night on the men's side, I expect the opposing team to make a run.
Right, you got to make some halftime adjustments. Wondering who made the proper halftime adjustment to come out on top.
See, and that was one of the reasons why I asked you when we were looking at the stats, is Travis Traphagen happy at the quality of shots? And your answer was yes, they made just 9 of 31, but they were getting some pretty good looks, and they're 2 for 2 so far this half.
Right, Hummel coming in, averaging over 16 a game, knocking down yet another three-pointer. High-quality shots.
And a high-quality stuff right there by Maura Duffy. Here come the Cougars. And a block by Fetch. Hintz the loose ball. Here comes Lauren. Hintz between the circles. They're looking for Sanis, and she's stuck. Now she has it on Hinker. Sanis banging up top. Fetch, 10 on the play clock. Fetch is going to fire.
The freshman knocks it down like it's her job. Nice looking shot there by Fetch.
Boy, she hit one of the biggest shots this season, the three-pointer to take it into overtime when the Dragons were trailing Northern State back in December in the final minute. They trailed by 6. Volker did a 3. Northern State missed 2 free throws, and then Lauren Fetch hit from downtown. The Dragons ultimately won that game, and now all of a sudden they find themselves in first place. How about that give and go? Ultimately, Hinker on the business end.
Yeah, nice little teamwork there by the Cougars, trying to claw their way back into this game.
Yeah, they're down by 11. The Dragons have led by as many as 16. This is Hintz. Nowhere to go. Fetch. She wanted Sanis. Hinker defends. Sanis with 4 on the play clock. Stolen away. This is Augusta Thramer thinking about throwing it down. She'll settle for the layup. A 9-2 start here in the second half for the University of Sioux Falls.
Credit the Cougars swarming Sanis out on the perimeter. They look too comfortable dribbling off the three-point line.
Hinker the foul, and Travis Traphagen will go to his bench first. Lawrence Sanders will check back in for the Cougars.
Nice curl read there by Jackie Volker, drawing the foul.
Szymanski hit with this one, and I think this is going to put Jackie on the free throw line to shoot 2. Her first free throw goes, and while Allison Swenson talks to Cass Thorson, we'll let you know that if you're heading to Fargo-Moorhead, consider a stay at the highly rated Microtel Inn and Suites of Moorhead, located just off of 8th Street, 994. You'll get a clean room and all the amenities you need for a great stay. For reservations, call 218-284-4022. 43-32 is our score. The Dragons are on top of the University of Sioux Falls. Szymanski, an air ball. This ball will tiptoe out of bounds. It's now easier than ever to watch the Dragons on your TV with the new Dragons app for Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and Android TV. Watch or stream all live and on-demand games with the newest Dragon app. This is Sanis. Out to Thorson, looking for her first points tonight now. Rebound pulled down by the Cougars. J.C. Hinker on the run. She finds Sanders in the corner. What a job by Lauren Fetch. She didn't get the rebound, but she allowed Thorson to grab it.
Fundamental box out there by Fetch. Cougars come away with yet another steal. Hummel in transition and finish.
Boy, they run the run out as good as anybody in the NSIC.
Yeah, they're definitely looking to push the tempo this second half. The intensity on defense, a little more scrappier for the Cougars.
Fetch all the way in. Are you kidding me?
The creativity there by Fetch.
I'd love to see this one again. Alex, you can show this one all night. Fetch, head down. Oh, the little shimmy. I don't know what a shimmy is, but she just shimmied.
Nice double clutch finish there by Fetch with the contact.
Ooh.
And this is just a freshman. It's fun to watch this.
Boy, every time I mention Carla Nelson, whether we're just chatting, on the bus, in the hotel, wherever the case may be, interview, and I talk Lauren Fetch, her eyes just light up. She knows how great this kid already is. Hinker, defended by Gallagher, who came in. Sanis is on the bench. Hintz going to work defensively. Oh, Hintz wins that battle easily. Selensky the rebound. A muscular rebound and turns it over. And then Augusta Thramer falls down. The old Cougar bench was looking for a foul, and they're not going to get one. I think that's the right call. I think she just slipped.
Yeah, right call. Bad decision there by Solinsky, but able to get the ball back by playing defense.
I don't think she saw Thramer in her rearview mirror.
So
I think she was in her blind spot.
I agree.
45-31. Thorson around a Gallagher screen. And a foul. This is on USF, so says Ivan Hurst. This is Kaylee Hummel, and the Cougars have all 4 fouls whistled here in this third quarter. Another push as Gallagher got dumped.
I think the officials are looking to clean it up just a little bit. It's been a physical game so far. As we mentioned, quite a few players hit the deck on the first half.
So a scoreless Shannon Gallagher will head to the free throw line for 2. That's her first point, Jared. In the first half, Thorson and Volkert combined for 2. Barabage off the bench, 4. You'd think, oh boy, the Dragons are in trouble. But Sanis and Hintz had 31 of the Dragons' 39 first half points. (46-34) as Hintz gobbles up another rebound. That's her 10th of the night. That's another double-double for her 4th this season. Thorson, still scoreless. Not worried about it, probably. Solinsky on the baseline. That's a tough shot. The rebound is pulled down by Hummel on the baseline. This is Kaylee Hummel out of Cherokee, Iowa. Thramer.
Oh, great anticipation there.
Solinsky got a piece of that.
Solinsky right in the passing lane there.
The out-of-bounds play leads to immediate timeout. 4:16 remaining, third quarter. The Dragons lead it by a dozen.
Libby here with another lesson.
Come on, we're gonna be late. And remember, I'm picking you both up from practice tonight.
Oh, you know, Math Bus could take your kids to all their activities. It'll save you time and teach them some independence.
That's a fantastic idea. Can they take it tomorrow?
Of course, sweetie. And here's something to get you through today.
You are a lifesaver. I learned my lesson. Join me and take the challenge to ride green.
Get everything Dragons in the palm of your hand with the MSUM Dragons mobile app. Available now for all your mobile devices. Get the MSUM Dragons mobile app today or check out msumdragons.com/mobile app for more information.
This broadcast is copyright Minnesota State University Moorhead and presented by Dragon Athletics. All rights reserved.
And tonight's games are sponsored by the David Eggers Agency and State Farm. If you're looking for a good neighbor agency in our community, the Eggers Agency on 8th Street in Moorhead, seated to your right, has served Fargo, Moorhead, and the surrounding area for over 20 years. Call David next week. He'll hook you up, 218-233-1334. Thank you, David Eggers and the State Farm Agency, for your sponsorship several years now of Dragon Athletics. Good stuff. J.C. Hinker gets rid of the ball, and so does Kaylee Hummel. Her 3 won't go. And make that Volkert comes up with a block on Thramer. Here comes Jackie Volkert, right down Broadway. Thorson not looking to force. Sioux Falls has done an incredible job so far on Cass Thorson.
Yes, obviously knowing that she can shoot the ball, they're getting up in her, forcing her to put the ball on the floor. She hadn't, wisely being patient and getting inside to the post.
Yeah, she's 0 for 2, but she hasn't forced anything. And that's just, in my opinion, the maturity of Cass Thorson.
That's the exact word, the maturity. Maybe we would have saw her freshman and sophomore year try to get herself more involved. But again, the Dragons have the lead and just being patient. It's Volker. That's the layup. Look at Sanders in the right place at the right time for the finish.
Drew's first 2. As you hear the Drews coming from Team Sanis, they brought a busload of Santa's fans in the stands tonight. 48-34, the Dragon lead is 14. It's been as high as 16. The hesitation by Thramer. Shot thrown up on the far side. J.C. Hinker, she has 10.
Hinker definitely plays bigger than she appears. I mean, she's banging inside with Hints and Sanis, and then able to step out and knock down jumpers. And as you mentioned, one of the leading rebounders for the Cougars.
Thorson on the skip, looking for Maddie Green, who's in. Here's Maddie. Up top, Sanis. She can hit that, and that's proof.
Great decision by Maddie Green. Had some superb passes last night, and then just now finding Sanis for the triple.
39 so far this weekend for Drew Sanis. Smitsdorf. Thramer shoots over top of Sanis, and that usually doesn't work out. Green's got to be a little stronger on the rebound. She does get fouled. We go cross court to Alexis Kennedy.
In this Cougar pass timeout here, a very defensive strategy timeout, saying to his women, don't get soft on me, keeping defensive on the post. Don't be afraid to go up on them, but also on the outside, stay scrappy, but watch the fouls.
He knows that the Dragons, even though they've hit a 3 or 2 here in the second half, Travis Trapphagen, he's been around the block here in this league. He knows the Dragons are going to keep going deep to Hints and Sanis, or Green and Gallagher, whomever.
I agree, and I like the fact that he said, hey, continue to be scrappy and keep that energy and effort.
I like that too. He made it personal. He made it personal as well. He said, don't get lazy on me, right? As if it's a challenge to him,
right,
not the team. The psychology, Maura Duffy on the baseline. No. Sanis another rebound. Her 11th, her and Hints, both with double-doubles here tonight.
The difference in the ball game is Hints and Sanis getting it done offensively, efficiently, and obviously dominating the boards. If the Dragons can be patient, get it back inside.
Thorson gets off a shot and won't go. Cass is 2 for 15 from downtown this weekend.
Oh, nice find there by Hinker. And I think this is one of the advantages of having a smaller post. Get the rebound, push the tempo, go coast to coast, nobody stop. Nice little dime there, drawing the foul. Duffy, the opportunity to get two at the line.
Her first one is no good. Gallagher and Fetch in. Baravage, Sanis exit stage bench. This is the second time this season that Sanis and Hints have had double-doubles. The other time was when the Dragons beat Bemidji State back on December the 8th. In fact, this is the third time the Dragons have had double-doubles. Jackie Volkert and Drew Sanis had double-doubles the night before in the Dragons' loss to Minnesota Crookston. 45 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. The Dragons up by 14. They're really not getting threatened by the University of Sioux Falls. As Fetch is open, tries to use glass. Gallagher, the offensive rebound.
Nice
and what a look underneath the Hints.
Great offensive rebound by Gallagher in the find for Hints.
And now Taylor Voleski, boy, she just came into the ball game, a 5'8" sophomore out of Mitchell, South Dakota. She just came in, and now she is favoring her right side, her right wheel, so she'll come out of the ball game. She had just come in, and now is getting some assistance from the USF trainer. The Dragons have matched their largest lead as Sioux Falls will play for the final shot. Szymanski. All the way in, no. Rebound Duffy. A wild shot. It won't go, and it doesn't matter. The Dragons will take a 16-point lead into quarter number 4. You're watching live coverage of Dragons basketball on WDAY's Extra.
Mr. Goldman loved his family a lot, didn't he, Dad?
He sure did.
That's why he had State Farm life insurance, like you. So his family never has to worry, right?
Mr. Goldman didn't have life insurance.
Why not?
He's just a goldfish.
Ignore him.
Call State Farm agent David Eggers in Moorhead today so your family won't have to worry about whether you have life insurance.
We put the life back in life insurance.
Are you someone who thinks car buying is a hassle? 9 out of 10 customers tell us the worst part about buying a car is the negotiation process. So we thought, let's get rid of it. Let's post our best price 24 hours a day for everyone to see and make the car buying experience more enjoyable. In fact, we took our salespeople off a commission pay plan. We paid them based on your satisfaction. And guess what happened? Happier customers. We guarantee it. Check it out at Valley Pre-Owned.
Ah, Jared, look at that. The five longest streaks in the 52-year history of the Dragon program. And my question to you is, how long will the Dragons go streaking?
It's all up to that bunch coming on the floor and that's left that huddle. Their destiny is in their own hands. They've put together a phenomenal streak, as you mentioned, 10 in a row. It's a great time to keep building on that success.
You'll notice 15 in a row last year. That was to start the season, right? And the Dragons lost here at home to Minnesota Duluth. 53-37, the Dragons up 16 as we start the fourth quarter. Hints of fadeaway, and it won't go. So the University of Sioux Falls gets the ball back. I know this is a powerful University of Sioux Falls team, Jared. I just don't know if they have enough time to make up 16. Probably, but they better start now.
Right. Obviously, they've shown that they look to knock down the three-pointer. They have two of the best in the conference, actually. But time is ticking away. A great anticipation there by Hummel.
I think Gallagher had good intentions, just didn't see Kaylee Hummel. But I think this Dragons defense has been the star tonight, along with Hintz and Sanis, Jared. They've just been terrific. This University of Sioux Falls squad came into tonight averaging 66 points per game. Not as explosive as a team. We know they can hit from downtown, the University of Sioux Falls, but the Dragons have really given them not much.
Right, the size advantage, 22 of the 53 points for the Dragons have come in the paint. So just credit the size advantage, the athleticism, and the grit and grind, the energy and effort of the Dragons so far tonight.
Threemer hits a pair. It's 53-39, and now some full court Cougar pressure. Fetch between the circles, Gallagher posting. Shannon up top, Sanis. Sanis. Oh, that's good defense by Maura Duffy. Somehow the Dragons come back with it. Fetch. Couldn't hit. And back come the Cougars. Oh, what a look underneath.
Nice find there by Hummel.
Yeah, Maura Duffy, her first field goal tonight. She has 3. Cougars down by a dozen. 8:17 left to go. They got it to within 7 to start the third quarter, but the Dragons bumped it back up to 16. Sanis from downtown. No.
Look at Gallagher again, second offensive rebound of the game. Another opportunity here for the Dragons.
She knew there was nothing there as well, so she brought it back out in the Dragons. Set up their half-court offense. Volker.
Yeah,
Thorson took too many steps. Will walk across court to Alexis Kennedy.
An injury update on number 24 for the Cougars. She was walking around gingerly on her right ankle. What they did do is she was walking around, but now she is sat down. They're wrapping it up, assuming to compress the pressure, and then they're icing her. So I don't think she'll be coming back, guys.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Taylor Voleski, the sophomore out of Mitchell, South Dakota. She had just come into the ball game, so literally played less than a minute. and then she apparently twisted her ankle, like Alexis was just saying. This is Lauren Sanders. Up top, Hinker over Gallagher. It's a 10-point game.
Yeah, strong move there by Hinker. And again, I think with her athleticism and ball handling, she could actually help the Cougars get back into this game. Dragons will have to contain penetration.
Santa settled for another three and missed. Cougars trying to get this thing under double figures. They're not going to force either. This is the maturity of a good squad and a well-coached squad under Travis Traphagen. The Hezzy. Hinker fouled by Gallagher.
And again, I think Hinker is the matchup problem right now for the Dragons. Going to allow her to penetrate. We got to have great helps out of her. She jab step, jump stop, absorbs the contact. Bucket doesn't count.
Have you noticed I'm using Hezzy?
I have noticed that. You've added that to your vocabulary.
Now the question is, and I want an honest answer, am I over-Hezzying? Am I using Hezzy too much?
No, it's been appropriate timing.
Okay.
It's been appropriate time.
Alex says yes, Jared says no. I'm confused. Hummel a three. It's a 7-point game.
Well, if Alex says it, then, hey, we have to go back to the round table and discuss it then.
King Alex, 53-46. It's a 7-point game. Volkert, Thorson from the third row, no.
Nice rebound there by Hintz in the putback.
Hintz scores the first 2 points of the fourth quarter for the Dragons, and Carla Nelson will take a timeout.
This is Dragons Live.
Mr. Goldman loved his family a lot, didn't he, Dad?
He sure did.
That's why he had State Farm life insurance, like you. So his family never has to worry, right?
Mr. Goldman didn't have life insurance.
Why not?
He's just a goldfish.
Ignore him.
Call State Farm agent David Eggers in Moorhead today so your family won't have to worry about whether you have life insurance.
We put the life back in life insurance.
Get fired up for the new Shop MSUMDragons.com, the official online store of Dragon Athletics, featuring top brands like Under Armour, Adidas, Columbia, and more. Get gear in women's, youth, toddler, and infant sizes, perfect for all of our Dragon fans. Support your favorite Dragon team.
There's 10-year head coach Travis Traphagen. His team's not out of this thing yet. 9-point game. They got it back under double figures, and now what's step 2 in this comeback?
Obviously keep the defensive intensity, continue to be scrappy, one and done on the defensive end, and continue to knock down the threes as they have.
The Dragons have 10 offensive rebounds so far tonight. 55-46, it's Cougar basketball. A bomb, and all of a sudden, this would be a half-dozen-point game. But a turnover is going to give the Dragons the ball back. Just the 5th turnover whistled against the Cougars tonight.
Solid defensive job by the Dragons. Cougars picking up full court, trying to change the pace of this game.
This is Volkert. All the way in, and she'll score.
Nice finish there at the cup by Volkert.
A half dozen for Jackie. She hasn't scored a lot this weekend, but she's done a lot of other good things. It's an 11-point game. Hinker. This ball goes out of bounds. Behind us, Drew Sanis will be employed to get the ball. How come the officials don't run and get the ball? Why is it always got to be a player? They're running up and down. We got a smile from Danny Weigel, one of the good officials in the NSIC. So I hope his family members are watching this and they give us prop. But they never go behind us and run and get the ball. Why can't they? They're people too, I think. Eight on the play clock for Volkert. Jackie, she going to do it again? if again is running into trouble, the answer is yes. Sanis had to put it up, and she didn't draw iron, so the Cougars come up with another turnover.
Scrappy defensive effort there by the Cougars, forcing the shot clock violation. Last 2 possessions for the Cougars, 2 turnovers. See if the Dragons can continue to force the issue as Hummel knocks down yet another three-pointer.
3 threes in the second half for Hummel. The latest bomb by the Cougars gets them back to within 8.
Mr. Goldman loved his family a lot, didn't he, Dad?
He sure did.
That's why he had State Farm life insurance, like you. So his family never has to worry, right?
Mr. Goldman didn't have life insurance.
Why not?
He's just a goldfish.
Ignore him.
Call State Farm agent David Eggers in Moorhead today so your family won't have to worry about whether you have life insurance.
We put the life back in life insurance.
The Dragons swim school. Oh, we're going to do the State Farm assist of the game. Oh, look at that look by Shannon Gallagher. Inside to Megan Hintz. That's our assist of the game. Presented by State Farm. As you can see, there's Taylor Valesky in the background getting injured. Unfortunate for her.
Yeah.
Now we can talk about the swim school, right? Dragons swim school, they're second to none in the FM area. Visit msumdragons.com/swim for more information. Learning to navigate the water is easy with the help of the Dragons swim school. During that last break, we were talking with former Dragon assistant coach Jason Sobolik. He helped put together some pretty doggone good teams as well. He's car shopping with his daughter. So am I. My daughter's 18. His is many more years fewer than driving age, but they start young these days. You can see Jason's daughter dancing just to our right. 57-49, the Dragons were dancing when they had a 16-point lead. It's been cut in half down to 8.
Yeah, big possession here for the Dragons. Could extend this lead to double figures.
Volkert gonna back things out. Defended by Szymanski. Volkert back to Hintz. 4 on the play clock. Volkert, yes sir!
Oh, big time shot by Jackie Volkert for 3.
Let's see if that's a dagger like Thorson put in the Mustangs last night. Thramer around a screen. In the lane.
Nice looking move there.
Good, and she'll get an N1 opportunity.
Nice move there by Thramer. Nice little up and under. Drew the foul on Fetch.
So Thramer to the free throw line will go across to Alexis Kennedy.
Coach Nelson in the last time out here, a little bit of a frustrated Cass Thorson, but they came in and told her, hey, you're basically guarding yourself out there. As well as offensively for their strategy, they're looking on Megan Hintz on the curl, and again, get those post players working again. Guys?
Keep going to the 5s. When the going gets tough or when the game gets deep, go to your bigs or go to the spark, Jackie Volkert.
Jackie turning the corner, drawing the foul, but I agree. Want to definitely continue to get touches to Megan Hintz and Sanis, who's done a phenomenal job inside.
The strategy, at least concocted by Carla Nelson, is get the ball to the bigs. Do you have an issue, though, if you get the ball, if she keeps taking the ball to the rack?
Absolutely not. She leads the league in assists, so she's proven that she can make great decisions with the ball and also put the ball in the basket.
She misses a couple free throws here. It's 60-51, still 3:45 remaining. It's a 3-possession game. Oh, there's a block from behind by Hintz. Huge block on the defensive end by Megan Hintz.
Nice job by Hintz, help side defense, giving the Dragons a much needed stop.
Fetch, she'll fire.
Great decision there by the freshman Fetch.
Boy, she doesn't shoot often, but when she does, and she makes, which she does more often than not, it just got to feel like a killer. A punch in your gut if you're the opponent. Szymanski in the lane, yes.
Strong move by Szymanski.
She has 8, and we'll see if Carla Nelson's gonna whittle a little clock. She puts her thumb up. Either she likes something or she calls out a play, and the play is Jackie Volker continues to assault the basket.
Again, great court awareness by Volker. They had to double the screen away, and while that was happening, the defense didn't look for help side. Volker attacked and drew the foul.
Fetch will sit down. Courtney Selensky will check back in. Just a little more of a rebounding presence for Carla Nelson.
I agree. She's athletic, crashes the boards, blocks shots as well.
Volker gets a pair of free throws. It's an 11-point game. Sanders. Hummel driving, throwing up a prayer, not answered, and now the Dragons, I would think, are going to chew. Selensky hints up top. Thorson open. No. They didn't chew as much as I thought, or maybe Carla Nelson still thinks it's a little early. Szymanski travels.
That's the right call. Switch pivots. Solid transition defense there by the Dragons.
And now Cass Thorson will sit down. She's had a tough go of it tonight. 0 for 4, but that's okay. There are nights where Cass Thorson has carried the Dragons. Tonight, she has, maybe not literally, but figuratively, asked her squad to carry her on an off weekend.
Yeah, the Cougars look to pick up full court. Dragons handling pressure.
Volkert from downtown. That went halfway down and somehow comes out. Here come the Cougars. 105 seconds left to go. In front of us, Hinker. Won't go. Selensky the rebound. Fetch. Across midcourt. Carla Nelson, coaching from the sidelines. And our coaches cam is presented by Valley Imports. Now the Dragons with a little motion. The play clock says 10. Turnover. Thramer, the beautiful anticipation and the layup.
Thramer has seen that play before and just shot the passing lane.
1 minute left to play. Fetch nearly ran into a double team. And a jump ball, and the possession arrow favors the Cougars. It's a 9-point game, so still 3 possessions.
Yeah, no give up in the Cougars. Back-to-back turnovers for the Dragons. I'm sure you draw up a play for Hummel to get a three-pointer.
Probably a must-make for the Cougars. Time's coming off the clock. Carla Nelson's got to be loving this.
Hummel tried to draw the foul to no avail.
And a foul. Is this a foul whistled against USF?
Yeah, it was on Thramer.
That's just the 3rd timeout whistled here in the second half, and now Carla Nelson will take a timeout. We'll step away. 40.5 seconds left to go. Dragons up by 9.
You always do this. You had a couple of pops in you and got cocky. Who's up for a game of wing roulette, you said? Because you thought it'd be funny to watch one of your friends get stuck with the hot one. But your friends, they got teriyaki, then spicy garlic, and then Asian zing. And now you're looking at the last one and you're thinking, my God, what have I done?
40.6 seconds remaining in this ball game, and I guess I'm not surprised anymore by what Cassidy Thorson and these Dragons can do, Jared. They're the hottest team in the NSIC, Probably do some more research this week, see how hot they are compared to someone else nationally. An 11-game winning streak if they were to hold on here. And there's a foul. It'll just be the 4th foul, so the Cougars still had 1 to give. They're playing better and better, these Dragons.
They are. They're finding ways to win. Whatever has been thrown at them, whether it's a full-court press, a half-court zone, man-to-man matchup, they found a way to win ball games.
There's a foul. And this will put the Dragons on the free throw line to shoot 2. Another thing this win is going to do is, for what it's worth, it will officially clinch the first-round home playoff game for the Dragons. So you got to clinch a home playoff game. You got to go through all these hoops to ultimately get the big prize, and this will just be one of them. 31.5 seconds from now. Dragons up by 11.
Courtyard by Marriott, located just minutes from downtown Fargo, local colleges, shopping centers, and several restaurants. The Courtyard features a 24-hour fitness center, 24-hour on-site Starbucks, and our bistro restaurant and lounge open for breakfast and dinner daily. Relax in one of our 2 indoor swimming pools and hot tub. The comfort your family needs close to all the action at the Courtyard by Marriott. Visit our website or call 218-284-1000. That's 218-284-1000.
66-55, Jared, 31 seconds left to go. Alexis Kennedy is standing by to grab a Dragon player or two. Unless something pretty catastrophic happens here in the final half minute. Shannon Gallagher grabs a rebound, and she gets fouled and will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. A reminder, right after this game is over, we'll also set you up for our nightcap. The Dragons will be 3-0 this weekend after this victory, and the Dragon men will try to make it 2 in a row. They will take on a very good University of Sioux Falls Cougar squad, and we'll have it right here on WDAY's Extra.
Yeah, it was fun to watch the men come out and perform. Again, we talked about having more than the tank in the back-to-back intercollegiate duels throughout the conference, as Gallagher knocks down the free throw.
Gallagher hits a pair. Here's Thramer. Near side, Andy Mataloni for 3. And Jackie Volkert will exercise the Dragons' final timeout with 16 seconds left to go.
Dragon Swim School is proud to offer year-round swimming and diving lessons with the lowest student-to-instructor ratio around. Lessons are available for all levels, including parent-child sessions and preschool. Help your child learn to love the water in a safe and caring environment with us at Dragon Swim School. Visit msumdragons.com/swim for more information. That's msumdragons.com/swim.
Carla Nelson is probably not designing a play that will score the basketball, just maybe play some hide and seek.
I agree. Obviously a 10-point lead, only 16.2 seconds left. You want to take care of the basketball, not make any mistakes, finish off the game the right way.
This game had flow until all these timeouts got in the way. There's Lauren Fetch. Because of the Sioux Falls score and the Dragons timeout, Cassidy Thorson, and USF will continue to foul with 14 seconds left to go. Mariah Szymanski picks up this foul, and Jackie Volkert will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Selensky and Gallagher back in. Hintz and Sanis, they combined for 40 points and 24 rebounds. Volkert hits, and now Travis Traphagen will take his final timeout. I promise you the end of the ball game after this.
Mr. Goldman loved his family a lot, didn't he, Dad?
He sure did.
That's why he had State Farm life insurance, like you. So his family never has to worry, right?
Mr. Goldman didn't have life insurance.
Why not?
He's just a goldfish.
Ignore him.
Call State Farm agent David Eggers in Moorhead today so your family won't have to worry about whether you have life insurance.
We put the life back in life insurance.
14.4 seconds left to go. There's Travis Traphagen, and as talented of a coach and as good of a guy he is, I don't think he has an 11-point play in his arsenal to try to tie this thing up. Do you?
If he does, I'd like to see it. I really would like to see it, Steve.
All right, let's see if we can see it. Thramer, and nowhere to go. Mataloni, no. Jump ball. It'll be Dragon basketball with 5.9 seconds left to go. So Gallagher will inbound.
Cougars still applying that full court pressure and cause a turnover. So no let up for the Cougars.
Hanker will inbound. Here's Mataloni. Hummel, no. Gallagher the rebound, and this game comes to an end. The Dragons win it 69-58. They improve to 17-3. That is the Dragons' 11th win in a row. So what's that? Their 4th longest winning streak in program history. This train keeps rolling, and Carla Nelson continues to insist her team is not playing the best basketball yet this season, Jared. When that happens, I can't wait to see that.
That has to be a great position for a coach to know that there's still some left in the tank. The potential is there with an 11-game winning streak. Just fun basketball being played by the Dragons.
Drew Sanis is at midcourt right now. Last night, the Dragons honored Cassidy Thorson for becoming MSU Moorhead's all-time three-point field goals made leader. And tonight it is Drew Sanis being honored by becoming the Dragons' all-time shot blocker. Our all-time favorite is Alexis Kennedy. She's with Lauren Fetch.
Lauren, great job tonight. Heading into the postseason, what is your team trying to fine-tune, going into the end?
I'm sorry, could you say that again? I couldn't hear you.
What is your team trying to fine-tune going into the end of the season?
To find me?
Fine-tune your team.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I just think that we're getting a lot better at moving the ball and working together as a team. Coach has really been adamant about, moving the ball, getting ball reversal, looking to get it into our post because we have very good post play, and then we can kick it back out.
And then, obviously, you have a lot of upperclassmen. What are you learning from them?
I learned a tremendous amount. It's actually awesome to be able to play with this many upperclassmen because they give you a lot of knowledge. They have a ton of experience. So I really try to listen to them, take advice from them because I know that they've seen everything. And honestly, it's really helpful. I think it makes me, or it allows me to play better.
All right, well, I can't wait to watch you play some more. Good job.
Thank you so much.
Steve, Jared.
Steve. Walsall, Wisconsin native Lauren Fetch joining Alexis Kennedy.
I think we just saw a future head coach right there. I'm just throwing it out there.
That was great stuff
yes.
from Lauren Fetch. We'll take a break, and Jared and I will dissect this ball game in many different ways. 69-58, the Dragons lead it. What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going?